Welcome back for the first time, Officers of the Republic. It's your Coruscant Underworld Police Chief APGAINS here with a new game, Lord of the Rings: Heroes of Middle-earth. Day one just wrapped up. It's the middle of the night. We had a 13-hour stream thanks to the thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of people who stopped on by over the course of the day. It was an awesome event. We got to be the only person to stream this game day one, which was, I guess, exciting. You know, we got a lot of worlds first, but also we got to get a little bit of a sneak peek to what's going on in this game the first day in the beta. Now, this is a beta. This is not the full release. I'm not being sponsored by this company or anything, but I would like to make some, qualifying statements before I give you guys my day one review. And, of course, subscribe, not only for Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes guides and free-to-play content, but also for Lord of the Rings, Heroes of Middle-earth, free-to-play content, guides, and all of that good stuff to keep you up to date. This is going to be the number one channel for you. So qualifying statements. I'm not being paid to make this video. Obviously, I'm going to give you my raw, uncensored. Well, I guess if my opinions are centered, I am uncensored in my opinions. Uncensored opinions. This company is not paying me, though I do play their other game, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. My full-time job is to play their other game. Let's say I have an interesting love-hate relationship with the company as a whole and individual members as a whole. Definitely have many, many personal connections and many not-so-personal connections to the company, so I will give you my absolute honest opinion. That being said, this is coming from someone who can't afford lights in their room, and therefore this video is literally illuminated by candles and a 10-year-old laptop, so let's get into it. Lord of the Rings, Heroes of Middle-earth. Oh, man. Okay, so if any of you guys have played Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, which I would say 99.999% of the people who end up watching this video have, because you guys are watching this video not because you're interested in this game, but rather because you just happen to already be subscribed to me, and that's the game that I play. This is a carbon copy of Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Since it is the very first day of the beta, it's very bare bones. Essentially, you're going to be in this little area over here. You're going to be playing battles, and you're essentially just going to be doing campaign battles for the first couple of days. You're going to do a couple of guild battles, which are basically allow you to do both light side and dark side characters on the same team. Kind of like Cantina. If you've played Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, you'll know what I'm talking about. There are 50 characters in this game to start off with. For those of you guys who have some pretty big concerns, I'm going to address all of the concerns right now, all the controversies. We're going to talk about what's good, what's bad, glitches, and then a final little wrap-up. So there are 50 characters in this game, and you guys, a lot of people who aren't familiar with Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes have voiced their concerns to me about a couple of things. The first being the fact that the graphics suck. Kind of a byproduct of being the only person on Earth to be streaming the game the first day it was out. The entire narrative about the graphics was, I feel, shaped around two things. One, they put out a trailer on their YouTube channel and then quickly deleted it. That was terrible. It was a terrible trailer. I will never defend the trailer that they put out. I think they correctly realized early on that they needed to delete that video from the face of the earth. Unfortunately for them, a couple of people downloaded the video before it was deleted, but it's out there and the trailer sucked. That being said, everyone's first impression was either that or watching me stream, and I had to make a new BlueStacks instance. I had to take a little vacation to the Philippines, if you know what I mean, to come play this game. So I had to make a new BlueStacks instance, and I forgot to change the settings to the proper device, so it looked like we were playing on like an Etch-a-Sketch. It was pretty rough. We have since upgraded a little bit in terms of our BlueStacks settings. Still not great, but definitely a massive improvement as far as graphics are concerned. And that's being played on, this 10-year-old laptop that my entire YouTube channel has been kind of founded on, the microwave, as we like to call it. So for those of you guys who are either playing on a mobile device, whether it's a Google Pixel or an iPhone or whatever, you guys are going to be totally fine. Some of the screenshots I've seen of, iPhones from the last couple of years, the graphics are much better than anything I could reproduce. I imagine if you have a PC, the graphics will be a lot better for you. I unfortunately have a laptop, not a PC, so I'm just kind of stuck with what it is that I'm stuck with, and that's just the way it has to be. So graphics were most people's main issue. and that seems to not really be as big a deal as we originally expected, which is good. Now, something similar in a similar light as graphics is the overall, let's say, art style. Let's hop back into the game real quick. It is a Capital Games game, so there are going to be a lot of pop-ups. We'll talk about pay to win, of course, at the end. The art style. The art style is, let's just say, not realistic. It's very cartoony, and excuse any lag. My laptop, of course, is trying very hard. He had a very long day, and he's tired of showing BlueStacks. The graphics or the art style, rather, is an interesting choice. It's grown on me a little bit as I've allowed the polygons to improve via, actually using proper BlueStacks settings. But still, in certain situations, it's kind of hard to really get behind. I feel like a lot of the dark side characters look pretty good, actually. I really like the way, especially the Blade of the East is. A lot of the Nazgul look pretty cool. Some of the generic orcs are pretty dope as well. But I feel like, now obviously, forgive the fact that the polygons are really bad. This is what happens when you're a content creator and you have a laptop. This is the best you can get sometimes. But I think it definitely has an opportunity, kind of like the company's original game, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, to have those graphical improvements as time goes on. And that's not something that I'm super worried about. The main problem is a lot of especially the hobbits, but most of the light side characters look a little goofy. And I'm not a huge fan of the artistic choice, but that's kind of just people's main concern right off the bat is the quote-unquote artistic choice. Now, really quickly, this is a Capital Games game. This is a gacha game. This is a mobile game. There are microtransactions out the butt. For right now, they seem to be cheaper than Galaxy of Heroes. Unlocking a character for basically, it's updated to the US. I don't know why it's no longer giving me packs in terms of Filipino currency. It's actually kind of a scam. Capital Games. I'm all about scheming, not scamming, and I think you guys just scammed me. When I was on my vacation to the Philippines, my quote unquote vacation to the Philippines, this was $4.55 or $4.45 in Filipino currency, and now it's $4.99. Am I paying a U.S. tax? Do you hate the U.S. government, Capital Games? I feel like we need to get some IRS auditors on these guys right now. A little suspicious, if you ask me. Hatred for the red, white, and blue. Can't get behind it. No siree. All right, so as far as the actual gameplay is concerned, right now the only thing you have is you can play like these. Where are the graphics? You gotta get my B-roll footage up and running, boys. There you go. You can play the light side and dark side battles as well as the cantina battles. I guess in this game they're called guild battles, and they are slow and they are boring. But hear me out. This is not what the game is about. If you guys know anything about Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, outside of its main game mode, Grand Arena Championships, is a very, very boring game. It's a very, very, very boring game. Most Hero Collector games are very boring games by nature. They're slow, they're grindy, and you have to spend either time or money to progress, and that's kind of the model. That doesn't mean they can't be fun. I think anyone who's played Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes will admit that even after switching from skill-based matchmaking to money-based matchmaking, the main tournament PvP game mode is still very fun, and it's an enjoyable game. Right now, as presently constructed on day one of the beta, this game is incredibly boring. You play the first day, start to finish, you lay your head down to rest. I don't know if you're going to have much fun, right? A lot of the fun that I had day one was on stream. We have, our friend CG Crumb, the developer in our guild. We joined his little guild. We had a debate about which character is the biggest meme. Is it the Goblin Batmaster because he throws bats at people? That's what the developer said. Is it the correct answer, which is what I told him in response, the Goblin Chef? I originally thought this was the Goblin Chief, but no, I was correct. It is the Goblin Chef. He not only steals boons, because they're not buffs, they're boons. He feasts. He looks for, a job and help because, just like APGAINS, he's poor and destitute and needs a handout. And then he can summon a little minion to come do his bidding. He even, before there was an audio glitch, He even would do things like slurping and spitting, and it was the greatest thing ever because I am a child. And the average APGAINS viewer is, let's be honest, 4.5 years old. Always does a little slurp. If the audio worked, you could actually hear it, and he spits it out. The average APGAINS viewer is 4.5 years old. We're a bunch of children here. We like stupid shit like that. So, but basically, just like Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes when it first came out, you are going to have to basically manufacture your own fun. Now, the good news is that coming from Galaxy of Heroes, most of the player base of this game will be used to kind of that model, and Discord communities and guilds and YouTube channels and live streams on Twitch or on YouTube will pop up. And this game and its cousin or brother or incestuous sister, whatever you want to call it, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, the players are definitely very good at coming together. I oftentimes describe Galaxy of Heroes as book club. We're not here for the game. We're more here for, talking shit about our husbands, drinking wine, and just having a grand old time. No one's really doing the book report, right? So this game will have a lot of crossover, so I feel like that's going to be a big sentiment and going to be an important part of this game early on. How can we get this game to be better? Obviously, we need a big PvP game mode outside of Arena. I haven't unlocked Arena yet, but from what I gather from talking to some developers and stuff like that, it's basically just Squad Arena from Galaxy of Heroes, which means it's going to be like one team versus one team PvP. Not very in-depth. Raid Shadow Legends has it. Basically, every Hero Collector game has it. It's not super exciting. There's some guild functionality, though obviously a lot of this is going to be expanded, I imagine, when the game happens. I mean, there's tables that aren't being used. There's fireplaces that aren't being used. There's buttons and stuff all over the place that aren't being used that are going to be obvious areas where you can do stuff in the future. So I think right now, as presently constructed day one of the beta, it's a boring game. Do I think you should play it? I don't think you should go out of your way to do all of the shenanigans that it takes to actually download the game if you don't live in the Philippines. Like, since I'm the richest poor person in the entire world, I can just fly to the Philippines on a whim just to download a mobile game and fly back the same day. That's just how awesome I am. Clearly by the fact that you are seeing light flicker in front of my face as opposed to, I don't know what, $4 LED light bulbs. Like, literally there are no light bulbs in my ceiling fan right now because I went to Costco, I saw some, and I was like, I don't know if I can buy some light bulbs. What was I even saying? Yeah, so is it worth jumping through the hoops to play this game right now? Probably not. Would I hop on it when Mr. Worldwide, would I hop on it when the game officially comes out in a couple months, a couple years, whenever they decide to drop the game? I'd probably pick it up, even if it's still in a relatively similar state. I think if you believe in Grand Arena, if you're a Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes player, or if you're just a huge Lord of the Rings fan, I think these types of games can be played very passively. I know obviously lots of people, especially if you're coming from Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, we can get a little obsessed. We grind, we wail. We don't wail. The collective we, the people wail, the people grind, the people jump off bridges and all sorts of stuff like that. It can be a little wild and a little wacky if you take the game too seriously. I would recommend that if it comes out in a relatively similar state in a couple months or maybe in a year or so, I would just play passively, see if it improves, maybe take a break every week or two, or just kind of keep your nose to the grindstone and your ear to the kitchen drawer and the sharpest cupboard in the kitchen tool shed and all of that good stuff, to see if it gets any big improvements. And if the beta goes well, they iron out some bugs, fix some stuff, and add some cool PvP game modes, some raids or something like that. Definitely, an opportunity for you guys who maybe are hesitant to hop back in. Day one, final verdict. Of course, we will have an initial impression after we've maxed out the beta. Initial impression, I would probably say, I think I don't know, it's not going to fall on a rating system, right? Because I feel like a rating system wouldn't do the point I'm trying to make justice. Official day one rating, I would say die-hard Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes players who also really, really like Lord of the Rings, hop on the beta. Die-hard Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes players who are positive on the Lord of the Rings but not the biggest fan in the world, get this game when it comes out. Lord of the Rings fans who have no idea what Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes is, maybe join the Discord server and occasionally check back in to see if there are updates. Maybe watch a couple of live streams once a month or once every other month to kind of gauge to see if the game kind of picks up. Because we've seen it with Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Yes, pay to win and all that sort of stuff goes on and pisses people off. Someone said thousands of people said today in chat, it's a 10 out of 10 game because there's no data crowns. If you don't even know what that means, God bless you. You're living a happier life than we are. But it's got potential, right? It's a company that has years of experience. Yes, pay to win, but you could and still can play Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes completely free to play and be really competitive and have a good time and engage in the community and do all of the stuff that everyone else can do, just a lot slower. So there is potential. That being said, the game basically non-existent right now. The graphics really bad. Even if you get a better PC, the graphics are still not amazing. The art style, not great. There are a ton of glitches. There are so many glitches. I've sent out messages in the official avenues to get them looked at and potentially fixed at some point. They're mostly visual. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. As far as paying, the price points are a lot lower than Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes right off the bat, but I can't really compare basically a 2-star unlock for $5 because that kind of mechanic does not exist in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. I feel like I like this a little bit better because a lot of characters have synergy, and like if I could buy this character right here, honestly, for the purposes of content creation, I just realized I'm not even showing you this stuff. If I could buy this Nazgul character right here for $5 for the purposes of content creation, I would probably do that. He has good synergy with my best character. It would be a tax write-off, and I could probably make this money back streaming, right? I always tell people when it comes to spending money on these types of games, there's only 2 types of people that should ever spend money on mobile games, especially these types of gacha mobile games, right? There's only 2 types of people. People like me, you're a streamer, you actively make money by spending money, and it's a tax write-off, so you are very much incentivized to do it. It's oftentimes the best possible business practice for someone playing gacha games. The best gacha game players are oftentimes the people who have spent the most amount of money and, are also quality YouTubers. Obviously, there's people who spend hundreds of thousands of dollars and don't make YouTube videos. But those people, right, who are having it funded by the government and the viewers, and then if the amount of money that you're going to spend is so insignificant to the amount of money that you either have or the amount of money that you make that it's totally negligible or can be chalked up as a reasonable entertainment cost, then go for it. Spend as much money that fits into those categories as you see fit. You're an adult. I'm not your dad, although I have had sex with your mom. That doesn't necessarily make me in charge of you. It just makes me better than you. Kind of like Zach Wilson. We like MILFs out here. My girlfriend's never going to see this, so I guess it doesn't matter. We can say that we like MILFs. That's totally fine. But yeah, if you're a normal player, you're not making a bunch of money, you're not streaming the game, should you spend money? Absolutely not. Play this game free to play. Don't take it too seriously. Enjoy the wacky graphics, the fun animations if they don't lag too much, and just generally let the game be whatever it is that you want it to be. I think the game is going to be good at that. I feel like this is going to follow the Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes mold of it exists as a shell. It exists as a cup. Not a Coruscant Underworld Police, because that's me, but more like a glass. A glass that can be filled with whatever you want. Not to get too spiritual on you, but this game will likely end up being like Swago. A glass that you can fill with whatever you want. Do you want to fill that with intense PvP? Do you want to fill that with intense PvE? Do you want to fill that with a sense of community, a sense of belongings, theory crafting? Whatever it is that you want to put into that glass, I feel like this game is going to be similar to Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes in that if they flesh it out well by the time that it actually releases, it could be that glass, and it would mean something different to different people. I'm going to get out of here. I've been playing this game too much, and I need to sleep. I will probably not be able to talk tomorrow, though I will be streaming. So if you're watching this now, go to my YouTube channel. Of course, you've already subscribed because your penis is gigantic. Go to my YouTube channel. Check to see if I'm live. If I am, come join. Say hi. Say APGAINS. Oh my God. I just saw you on a video and you told me to come here and now I'm here. And then I'll be like, oh my God, now you're here. And then I'll know that the marketing worked. Then I'm a genius. I'll know that the plan finally worked and I have captured your attention. All right. As always, I love you. Thank you guys. Join the Patreon. Bye-bye. I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Where's the button to end the stream? Bye-bye.